What's up, everybody? This is Randy with Live the Dream. And this video, I'm going to talk about if I was the CEO of Apple and what I would have done with the new MacBook Pro, the 2016. Now, there's a lot of things with the MacBook that I like, but there's a lot of things that I don't like. So like the USB-C ports, I think they give you like 4 ports. I think that they should include the dongles or the adapters with that MacBook for the price that you pay. I mean, why should you have to go out and spend $120 on dongles to use your MacBook or buy new, applications for it? It just doesn't make sense. Or they need to lower the price of the MacBook. So there's a lot of things that I would have done different. And I think with Steve Jobs actually being gone, I think Apple has lost their edge for innovation. And as you can see, I am a Mac user. I love the interface of the MacBook. I mean, the software works good, but I just wish they would get back to that innovating company that they used to be. So let's go on the computer screen here and let's talk about some of the things that the MacBook Pro does have and what this new 2016 model offers. And then we'll have a conclusion video on what I would have done different and do I really think it's worth it. There are 13 and 15-inch models that come in silver and space gray. The 2016 models are thinner, with the 13-inch models coming in at 14.9 millimeters and 3 pounds. The 15-inch models are coming in at 15.5 millimeters thick and 4 pounds. On the inside, the Force Touch trackpad is twice as large, and there's a second generation butterfly hinge keyboard which provides better travel and feedback when typing. The main feature has to be the touch bar. It's OLED Retina display that sits above the keyboard and replaces the function keys. It replaces system functions and adapts to the software you are using at the time. So if you switch to something like Final Cut, Safari, or Mail, you will see the function bar change. It also has quick emojis and quick type suggestions. On the right side of the Mac is the Touch ID that works hand in hand with the new T1 chip on the inside of the MacBook Pro. You can use the Touch ID for Apple Pay and switching between users. The display is 67% brighter and higher contrast with 25% more colors. On the inside of the MacBook Pro is the Intel 6th Gen i5 and i7 processors with faster memory and faster Radeon graphics for 15-inch models and up to 2 terabytes of faster SSD storage. The speakers of the MacBook Pro are twice as loud. There are now 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports, which is USB Type-C ports. You're going to have to use a bunch of dongles or have accessories already set up for the USB-C ports. Apple demoed the Touch Bar using updated versions of Final Cut Pro as well as Photoshop and DJ Pro, all in which utilize the Touch Bar in different ways. Overall, faster control, smoother experience using suggested apps. Apple announced their new partnership with LG, which resulted in the new 27-inch 5K and the new 21.5-inch 4K display that works with the new MacBook Pro. Apple is still selling the 13-inch Air, but they announced the 13-inch MacBook Pro that does not have the Touch Bar and the specs are not as good. But it's for people looking at the MacBook Air that are looking for something a little bit more powerful without spending as much as the regular MacBook Pro. Speaking of price, the 13-inch models are starting at $14.99 with the Touch Bar and $17.99 for the 13-inch models with the Touch Bar, and the 15-inch MacBook Pro is starting at $23.99, so that's pretty expensive. The 13-inch models without the Touch Bar is already shipping, and the 13-inch and 15-inch models with the Touch Bar will start shipping in 2 to 3 weeks. So, as you can see, they've done a lot of things. They put the Touch Bar and replaced the function keys. They've used the Skylake processors and the butterfly keys. So they have innovated the MacBook, but it's been 4 years since they've innovated a MacBook. And I just think that Apple completely missed the curve. We were expecting more. I mean, they didn't do nothing. The Mac Pro Tower, the Mac Mini, the iMac, the MacBook Air, none of those other lines even got innovated by any way. So I just feel like they really have lost their edge, and that Tim Cook really doesn't know what he's doing right now. He's just throwing mud at the wall and seeing what sticks. So here's some of the things that I would have done different. One, I already told you about the dongles. I would have included the dongles in the MacBook. Now, I am not a electronics technician person, so I don't know if these ideas are actually possible, but this is where my brain goes. And I think as a business owner, you need to learn to think out of the box. You need to learn how to think for yourself and not follow a system or not follow what other people tell you all the time, and just go out there and see what happens. So we're going to use I got a 2013 model MacBook Pro, and we're just going to use this as an example. So as you can see, the MacBook itself is pretty similar. Obviously, the new ones, they have, they've replaced this function key, and, they made the trackpad larger. All of that's good, but why not innovate it to where this screen is actually detachable, and when you detach it, it goes into a iOS operation system. So it'd be like a huge iPad that you could, use it as a tablet. And then when you put it together, it goes back to OS X version to Mac software. I don't know if that's even possible, but at least if they did that, it would be moving forward in my eyes of something new and something thinking out of the box. Now, I'm sure making this video, if Tim Cook comes across it and this is possible, he's probably going to steal this idea and I'll get zero credit. But I'm going down right now in record stating that that's where I think Apple should go. MacBook plus an iPad. I don't know. But that's kind of where I would envision the Mac and things that I would do. Obviously, there's some other things that I would throw in, but nothing that I'm sure Apple isn't currently working on as well. So in conclusion, do I think the Mac is actually worth it? No, I don't. I think Apple has lost their edge. They still make a great product. They still make a solid software as far as I can tell. But I don't think it's worth going out and spending $2,000 to $4,000 on a new MacBook, depending on what year you have. And even if you did have an older year, I would recommend going with a 2014 model that you can probably get now for $1,500 to $2,000 top of the line on eBay or Amazon. And kind of going about using that. I have a 2013 model that does me just fine. The technology is not that much better. I mean, they're still using Skylake processors, which isn't the latest, greatest thing. So, hopefully this video helps someone and kind of helps them understand, one, about the new MacBook, and two, how to take a product and innovate. It's all about innovation these days. The day that you can import a spatula and throw it up on Amazon and make a killing is yesterday's news. So, if you like this video, hit the like button. And hey, that button down there that says subscribe, click it.